basically, me and my husband purchased a car, and it was via a private seller. The money was put into a company account via a balance transfer. And
what do you mean by a company account? You mean the private seller was a company?
So it was a private seller. We found them via Auto Trader.
Yeah.
We called them, and it was a mobile number. We called them. We went and visited the car. My husband went and visited the car. He drove it. It was fine. He looked at the logbook and all the details. He did a HPI check online, which he paid for, and that showed that there was no issues. He looked at the logbook. He matched up the VIN numbers and everything that he could possibly do, basically. And then when the details were given, and my husband decided he wanted to buy the car, it was a company address bank account that he wanted him to pay into. Mm-hmm. So we checked the company name, the director, and he matched the name on the logbook as well.
Yep.
And the address on the logbook was also where the car was held at the time as well.
So, sorry, was the logbook, did the logbook show the company was owned by the individual or by the company?
So it had the person's name and address.
The individual's name and address.
The individual's home address. No, not the company address, no. But when we checked the company address on Company House, it had the person's name on it.
Okay, Rohalia, I'm getting a lot of background, but I don't know why you've phoned or what you've phoned to ask me.
Sorry. So basically, we purchased this car, and then everything's a bit fishy at the end. Afterwards, we paid. A month later, the V5 had not come. So the logbook had not come via post. So we called DVLA, and they said to send the new keeper slip. And then we get a phone call from the police about 6 weeks later saying that the car is actually cloned. So they came and investigated the car, and they said it is actually cloned. It's a stolen car that's been cloned, and they took it away. It's an original police car, basically. So I'm just calling to find out, is there any way we can retrieve the money?
It's a police car that got nicked?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, dear. Right, so you want to know if you can get the money back?
Yeah.
Yes, of course you can. You can sue the owner, and the owner will have no defence. If the person you bought it from, I'm calling him the owner, he's not, of course. If the person you bought it from, who sold you the car, is sued by you, he will have no defence. And you can sue him personally, because I'm assuming the contract was with him personally, even if you paid a company. Is that right? Did you have a written contract?
So no, there was no written contract. It was basically he was a private seller on Auto Trader, but because the money was going into a company, so I just thought that was legit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why he's done that. So he can take the money out and the company can be closed down, so you can't get the money that way. But I would have thought if he was purporting to be the direct seller of the company, sorry, let me ask, whose name was on the previous V5, on the previous registration document? You said it was the individual, not the company.
Yeah, it was the individual.
So you'll be able to show your contract was with the individual, not the company. He will be liable, and if he lives at that house, if you've got his address, you'll be able to send the bailiffs in to recover goods to be auctioned to pay that £14,000 back. But
the thing is, because this is all a scam, I don't think that the person actually lives there.
Okay. What do you want me to help you with? I mean, do you want me to be a detective and find out where he lives? I'm not sure what you're asking me, Rohalia.
So I'm asking you, can you guide me on how to retrieve the money? So you're saying that I could send bailiffs.
If you can trace him, and you say you might not be able to, that's not something I can help you with, I'm afraid. But if you can trace him, then you can bring a claim in the county court, get a judgment, and then send the bailiffs into wherever he lives to recover goods to the value of the £14,000 judgment. But you've got to be able to trace him first, I'm afraid, Rohalia, and that's not really something I can help you with.